Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through two articles. I'm going to read through the majority of them. There's links to both in the description. I'm also going to give a little bit of commentary. I feel that I will. And I feel that you may not like what I have to say. I may be a little bit of an a-hole, but let's have a look at the first article. A boy 17 years of age has been shot in the chest, and he staggers into hospital as cops reveal he was gunned down by someone he knows. So this happened in Logan, which is a part of Queensland. Somebody in the comment section of this Daily Mail article points that Logan isn't the best of suburbs out there. I'm not familiar with it myself. A teenager has stumbled into hospital after being shot in the chest overnight by someone police say was known to him. The 17-year-old boy made his way to Logan Hospital at around 1:10 a.m. on Wednesday morning, where he was treated for a gunshot wound to the right side of his chest. He has since been transported to a Brisbane hospital where he remains in a critical but stable condition. Investigations continue, naturally. Here's a quote by a detective sergeant saying, "We have been able to ascertain that the persons involved are known to each other and that the police will continue to investigate these persons and try and obtain the evidence necessary to bring a prosecution." We do not have a specific location. Okay, so basically, this article is telling us that a 17-year-old boy somehow, I'll say miraculously, made his own way, by the look of it, to the hospital after suffering a gunshot wound to the right side of his chest. The article tells us something we don't really need to know, that is extremely dangerous. He's in a critical but stable condition, and seemingly the police are aware that he was shot by associates, somebody that he knows. So we're going to have a look at this article, which is a follow-up article. This was published 10 hours ago, and it tells us that the police have discovered new information about the shooting of a 17-year-old boy. The boy is still fighting for his life. He was taken to Logan Community Hospital at 1:10 a.m. on Wednesday, as we read already. He's in a critical condition after the gunshot wound injured his heart and lungs. Severely wounded. That is not good. He has since been transferred to Princess Alexandra Hospital in Brisbane for surgery, which I would imagine has already taken place. So that's the information that we have as of 10 hours ago, that he is in a critical but stable condition. Police have established a crime scene at a house on Mark Lane in Waterford West, which is in Logan, Brisbane, or Queensland, certainly. I'm not familiar with the area. And police believe the shooting may have occurred at the home during the very early hours of Wednesday. Officers located a vehicle of interest on a street in the neighbouring suburb of Marsden, just 2 kilometres away from the crime scene. There is the vehicle. Police have towed away a black Commodore, Holden Commodore SS. Maybe it's a fake SS. I'd say it's a fake one. And that's what we know. A sergeant says, "I don't believe this is a random incident. I believe the associates involved in this investigation are known to each other." The detective would not comment on whether any illicit substances may have been involved. Okay, so that's what the two articles tell us. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of commentary, which, as I say, is not going to be particularly pleasant, really. Here's what I'm going to say. Look, I do wish, I pray, I hope that the boy makes a recovery. I don't wish for this guy to die. But I'm going to tell you what I guess. What I guess is this is gang related. This is gang related. That's not a normal car. That's a gang car. You know, let's just be real. That's a gang car. A gang member's car. It's someone, the owner of that car is someone that is a gang member. They're a drug dealer. They're associated with drugs. They're associated with gangs. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's not like the car that a normal human being drives. By the way, there's not everyone in Australia is normal human beings. Apparently, in Logan in particular. But that's a criminal. That's a criminal car. I guarantee it. So, I don't know. I do sympathise with this boy, but not a great deal, to be honest. If you're in gangs, if you're playing this game, if this is, I mean, I'll say if this is the life you choose, it sounds a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, perhaps it's not as ridiculous as it sounds. I mean, they are choosing a life of criminality, even if it's not their entire lives. You know, they're choosing to be involved in crime as probably the main focus of their life. You know, at that point of time. And these are the consequences of that. So I don't really feel that too much sympathy, to be honest. I reckon that this 17-year-old was a part of the gang. I could be entirely wrong. Maybe he was challenging the gang. Who knows? But that's my guess. I said that. I'm going to give you my commentary. I said that I might be viewed as being an arsehole. But that's my take on it. Complete guess, complete speculation on my part. But I would think that the 17-year-old was a part of the gang. If not a part of the gang was familiar with the gang, was involved in the gang, friendly with the gang, and he was playing with fire and got burned. Now, again, that's not to say that I hope for this guy to die. He's 17 years of age. He's a child, but a child that's going down the wrong path. So, I mean, of course, I do hope that the investigation continues, which naturally it will. I hope that they get some leads. Look, be serious, boys. Boys in blue, girls in blue. Be serious. I mean, honestly, if you're a police officer, I'm going to say something ridiculous again, but if you're a police officer, how difficult is it going to be to spot criminal and gang activity? It's not going to be that difficult, is it? You just look for cars that look like this, and then you investigate them. You know, that's all you have to do. It's not difficult, and my take on it is that the authorities have just allowed a certain level of gang activity to continue. The police don't follow the law, in my opinion. Don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, but the police allow the fostering of gangs. They allow the fostering of criminal activity. They don't stamp it out. They'd rather concentrate on putting speed cameras up. You know, they're happy to do that. They're happy to attend the gay pride festivals and dance along with everybody, but they don't want to actually crack down or do some investigations in regards to gang activity, drug dealing, and all of this. You know, it's a real shame, because if they did, they'd be able to make some new series of Underbelly. Anyway, that's enough rubbish for me, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Take care.